In a world that moves faster every single day, we often forget the beauty of slowing down. We live in a constant race, chasing deadlines, chasing dreams, chasing approval. Our minds are always somewhere else, thinking about yesterday or worrying about tomorrow. But what about now? What about this very moment? Stillness is a language we have forgotten how to speak. Yet, deep inside, your soul longs for it. Because silence is not empty, it's full of answers. Every time you pause, you create space for peace to enter. Every breath you take in awareness becomes a doorway to calm. When was the last time you sat alone without reaching for your phone? When was the last time you listened to the sound of your own breath? That is stillness. It is not laziness. It is not wasting time. It is the foundation of a clear mind and a strong heart. If you feel restless, anxious, or lost, it's not just because the world is loud. It's because your mind is loud. Your thoughts run like a highway at rush hour, fast, noisy, and endless. Every notification, every news update, every opinion adds more traffic to your inner world. And when the mind is crowded, life feels overwhelming. The truth is, silence feels strange to most of us because we have forgotten how to be with ourselves. We keep filling the space with distractions, music, screens, conversations, because deep down, we're afraid of what we might find in the quiet. But the truth is beautiful. What you find in silence is not emptiness. It is clarity. It is healing. The world doesn't need to be silent for you to be at peace. Your mind does. And that begins with creating small moments of stillness, moments where you simply sit, breathe, and be. Why is it so hard to sit quietly without reaching for something? Because silence shows us the truth. It reveals our fears, our wounds, our loneliness. And many of us spend our lives running from those feelings. We fill every gap with noise because noise is easier than truth. But running from yourself never works. The more you avoid silence, the louder the discomfort becomes. The moment you stop and listen, something magical happens, the fear begins to dissolve. You realize that what you've been avoiding is not a monster, it's your own heart asking for attention. Silence is not an enemy, it is a friend. It is a mirror that reflects who you really are. And when you truly meet yourself in stillness, you discover something beautiful. You are not broken. You are whole. You are enough. And you always were. There was once a man searching for peace. He believed he would find it on the tallest mountain. So, he climbed one mountain after another, hoping that the next one would give him what he wanted. But every time he reached the top, the emptiness returned. One day, tired and hopeless, he met an old monk sitting beside a river. The man asked, "Where can I find peace?" The monk gave him a bowl of water and said, "Stir it." The man stirred the water until it became cloudy. Then the monk said, "Now let it sit." Slowly, the water cleared, and the reflection of the sky appeared. The monk smiled and said, "Your mind is like this water. The more you stir it with thoughts and worries, the cloudier it becomes. Be still, and clarity will come." The man finally understood, the mountain he was searching for was inside him. And its name was stillness. Stillness is not just peaceful. It is powerful. It heals the mind, soothes the heart, and strengthens the soul. In stillness, stress melts away. Your thoughts slow down. Your body relaxes. Science even proves that moments of silence lower blood pressure, boost creativity, and improve mental health. But beyond science, there is a deeper truth. Stillness reconnects you with yourself. In that quiet space, you are not your titles, your roles, or your struggles. You are simply you, pure and whole. For a few precious moments, everything feels enough. You don't need to achieve. You don't need to impress. You just need to be. The more you allow these moments, the more life changes. You start responding instead of reacting. You start hearing your intuition. You start feeling alive again. Because stillness is not the absence of life, it is the essence of life. You don't need to climb mountains to find peace. You just need a few moments every day to pause. Here are simple ways to start. Sit quietly for 5 minutes each day. Close your eyes. Breathe deeply. Disconnect from your phone for a while. Let your mind breathe. Take a mindful walk. Listen to the sound of your footsteps. Feel the air on your skin. Practice gratitude in silence. Think of 3 things you're thankful for. Stillness is a habit. And like any habit, it grows with practice. Don't wait for a perfect time or a perfect place. Create it. Right now, in this moment, you can close your eyes, inhale deeply, and feel peace return. The more you do it, the more natural it becomes. Stillness stops being something you visit. It becomes a home you carry within you, anytime, anywhere. Silence is not just good for the mind. It is a bridge to something higher. When you sit in stillness, you open the door to spiritual connection. Some call it God. Some call it the universe. Some call it the higher self. Whatever name you give it, you feel its presence in silence. In that space, prayers become conversations. Answers come without words. You feel guided, supported, loved. Because stillness is where the infinite speaks. It is where you remember that you are more than this body, more than your problems. You are eternal. You are light. If you've been searching for signs, for clarity, for meaning, try silence. Sit. Breathe. Be. And listen. The guidance you've been looking for is already within you, waiting to be heard. 2 monks were walking by a river. They saw a woman struggling to cross. One monk carried her across, then continued walking. Hours later, the other monk said, "Why did you carry her? We're not supposed to touch women." The first monk smiled and replied, "I left her by the river hours ago. Why are you still carrying her?" This story reminds us that stillness isn't just sitting quietly. It's letting go of the weight we carry inside, old grudges, regrets, fears. True stillness is freedom. It is the art of releasing what no longer serves you. Only then can your mind and heart truly rest. When you embrace stillness, life changes. You become calmer, clearer, stronger. Problems stop feeling like mountains. Anxiety fades. Creativity flows. You stop living in survival mode and start living in peace. Stillness teaches you patience. It teaches you to respond instead of react. It teaches you that happiness isn't in the next achievement, the next relationship, or the next success. It's here. In this moment. Waiting for you to notice. You don't need to escape your life to find peace. You just need to pause. The next time you feel overwhelmed, take a deep breath. Close your eyes. Listen to the silence inside you. That silence is your sanctuary. This is your reminder, you are not your thoughts. You are not your worries. You are the awareness behind them. And that awareness is always still, always peaceful, always free. You don't have to go anywhere to find it. You just have to return to yourself. So, today, make a promise. Every day, give yourself 5 minutes of stillness. Sit quietly. Breathe. Listen. Let the world be loud if it wants to, but let your soul stay calm. Because in the end, it's not the noise that defines your life. It's the quiet moments that do. Those moments of stillness are where you truly live. And once you discover that, you'll never fear silence again. You'll welcome it like an old friend.